Today I'll be showing you how to make deconstructed beer battered drumsticks with buffalo blue cheese mousse. This does take some time, and recipes will vary depending on how many people you're feeding, but I'm making 8 drumsticks, so if you make 8 drumsticks, just follow my lead. Before you start to prep your food though, you need to prep your cookware. Have your oven set on bake at 350 degrees, have a deep fryer handy and set that at 350 degrees, and a pot of boiling water. First, start off with the drumstick. Take a sharp knife and cut around the bottom knuckle of the drumstick. It's important that you cut through all the tissue and ligaments. Once you are through and cut to the bone, take your hand and rip the meat from the bone. Try to get as much meat and ligaments from the bone as you can. You can use your knife for help if you have to. Now you have all the meat from the bones, take it and place it on a cooking sheet. Add some water to keep it moist while it's cooking and some salt and pepper for just basic flavoring. I choose to add a splash of lemon juice as well. You don't really have to. Now place the cooking sheet in the oven and let it go for the next 20 minutes. While your chicken is cooking, you can take the bones and drop them into the boiling water. They can be in the water for as long as you need them to be. I let them go for about 30 minutes, but it really doesn't even matter. Now we'll dice up the vegetables. It's important that you make sure you keep them at a small dice. And once you have them diced up, just place them in a bowl off to the side. For the blue cheese mousse, first measure out 1 cup of heavy cream. Take the cup of heavy cream and pour it into a mixing bowl. You want to whip the cream on high until it starts to become slightly fluffy. What you're going for is a consistency a little bit thicker than Cool Whip. After you have the consistency right, take your blue cheese crumbles and just dump them right into the cream. Now take your brick of cream cheese and add it to the mix as well. From here you can blend it or fold it in. That's really up to you. After you have it mixed well, add about 9 to 10 dashes of your choice of hot sauce. For this recipe I just used buffalo flavored Tabasco, and then I folded it in with a spatula. By now your chicken should be cooked and ready to be diced. Take a knife or food processor and dice the chicken up to a fine consistency. You should be shooting for a chicken salad-like consistency. Nice small pieces of chicken. Now take your diced chicken and put it in a big mixing bowl. Add your veggies that you diced earlier and toss them around until they're even throughout. Now you can add 5 egg whites into the mixture and about 1.5 cups of breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs aren't shown here in the video, but they are important. For the beer batter, it's pretty simple. I took 2 bottles of IPA, or any dark beer of your choosing, and add all-purpose flour. It's equal parts, so if you have 24 ounces of beer, add 24 ounces of flour. And the best thing is, whatever beer you don't use, you can drink. If you're worried about consistency, dip your finger into the batter. If it coats your finger like it does mine, you're good. Pull your bones from the boiling water and place them in ice water for a few minutes, just to cool them down. The boiling water has removed whatever meat was left on the bone, and shocking them in the cold water makes them look nice and clean. Now you're going to take your chicken mixture and add it to the bone. Think of it as reconstructing the drumstick to the way it was before we chopped it all down. Now take your drumsticks and coat them in flour. Once you have it evenly coated, dip it into your beer batter. It's important to make sure the drumstick is evenly coated in the beer batter. You may have to go back and forth from the flour to the beer once or twice to make sure you get a nice even coat. Once you have the drumstick coated in the beer batter, it's important that you lower the drumstick itself into the fryer oil. Don't put the drumstick into the basket and then lower the basket into the fryer oil. If you do it that way, it's going to stick when you pull it out, and when you try to rip it off the basket, you're going to ruin it. All you're looking for with the deep fryer is just a nice golden brown color. This could take about 5 minutes. plate the dish, I shaped the mousse into a pseudo square and laid the chicken next to it. I added some peeled celery as a garnish, and the whole process takes about 2 hours. It's a bit challenging, but it's worth the reward. Enjoy!
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster, feeding the poor and helping out with their bills.